tinge to it. Hey guys, good morning. It is, now I can get this correct, July 17th, Tuesday. Earlier I didn't know what day it was, story of my life. We are on episode 202 today with my beautiful and talented friends. This is Nicole Dupre with Opera del Sol and Kit Cleto.
Delay, it's fine.
God,
There's a delay.
oh my gosh, I'm trying. You guys know it's even early for me, so you can't blame it on the booze. I don't know what's happening. So let us know you can hear us or see us. Hey Eddie, we're a little bit backed up today because there's three of us, and Nicole, of course, is awesome, and she wants to make sure we have the right light, even though I'm a little bronze in there. Haven't been to the tanning booth.
Good color.
Thank you. Give us a thumbs up or hearts and let us know. We're going to be talking about making opera sexy again, but also specifically about music of the night, the masquerade. Hey, Rebecca. Okay, good. I can see. So we got thumbs up so people can hear us. Thank you guys for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
You know, I've messed up Kit's name about
It's
four
okay.
times this morning.
It's okay.
Lord have mercy.
All good.
We made it X-rated.
We are.
Thank
Shelly
you.
says hi, everyone, with lots of hearts. Hey, Shelly.
Hi, Shelly.
We appreciate you guys. So I have had the pleasure of having Nicole on twice, maybe?
So.
Once by yourself, and then we had some amazing talent that came on before one of the last shows. Wendy says hi, too, which was a great show.
It was.
Amazing. So I love to support anything that Nicole does or anything in the arts community. You guys know that. So to have a new Music of the Night event, I mean, we have to talk about it. So
Yes,
welcome.
Thank
Welcome you too.
Thank you so much.
All right, so you know the audience always likes to get a little bit of history, even though they might know you, Nicole. You know, share a little bit of tidbit with them. You obviously didn't wake up one day and you said, I'm going to make opera sexy again.
No, I know. Well, I mean, a little bit. After years and years and years of being in the performing arts here in Orlando, I have been a hair, makeup, and wig designer for almost 10 years.
Really, really talented one.
Thank you.
Talented, right?
Thank
By
you.
the way.
And after working on about 30-something productions locally, I just started to see that there was a niche and a void in some, you know, the 35, 25, 45-year-old demographics, which is, you know, we're a young city. And the average opera and classical music goer is actually 73 years old.
I'm a little younger than that.
You know? And so I just wanted to take what was really cool and sexy about this particular art form and figure out a way to connect it with our community. I truly want to have an impact on our artistic identity as a city, and I think that I can offer more of a cheerleading type of opportunity with Opera del Sol. So we want to take this classical art form and make it sexy and relevant and immersive, and make it intriguing enough to make all of you want to come.
See?
So.
And before I get to Kit, we love you too, Brenda Borders. So she said she loves us all. But so it must have been a challenge in the beginning because, you know, our city is embracing, it's definitely inclusive,
Yeah.
but to start something new ground up and put the word opera with it
Right.
had to be challenging. It's like, it's one of those arts that it takes a while for people to appreciate. So talk a little bit about what you went through and where we're at now.
Well, it took a long it was years of ideas that I had always had in the back of my mind. You know, when I would come on to a production, it'd be months and, you know, sometimes years ahead of time, and I'd have a lot of time to read these stories, and in my creative mind I'd think of, oh, it'd be really cool if we delivered it in this kind of way. And so our first show, I knew that I wanted to do something that was out of the box, and we did an opera set in outer space.
That's right.
Right?
That's right, yes.
And
The costumes were amazing. The
Thank
music
you,
was
Rachel
amazing.
Hunter.
So talented, because then I saw what you did accomplish is you reached kind of across that gap. So you've got opera and you're bringing it to people who would maybe more relate to something in space, opera, think Star Wars or whatever.
Exactly, and I think that one of the things that makes Orlando amazing is that, you know, everything's about us as being the theme parks, but what is that about the theme parks? It's that magic, and it's that, you know, element of mystery and production. So I didn't want to leave that, and that, you know, locally with the arts funding and things, those are usually the first things that are always cut. And, you know, with my artistic background, I just knew that that was the way that I wanted every single one of our performances to be. Be cool, the costumes, the makeup, and just do these things that when people left, they were like, whoa, I never thought that opera could be that way.
Right.
And so, you know, moving into this year, we thought, oh, what else can we do that's different and nobody's ever done? And so we did a pop-up on a bus last week.
Yes,
And
talk about that.
I don't know if you guys got to see that.
Hold on.
What?
I felt it was going to pop out, and that would have been bad in the middle of the bus story.
Oh.
Yes, so you did
Live
a pop
action.
up.
Yes, Opera del Sol partnered with this really awesome composer named Nathan Felix from San Antonio, who actually wrote an opera called Opera on a Bus. And I was introduced to him through the Orlando Contemporary Chamber Orchestra. And when he and I got to talking, I loved the idea. So I said, hey, when you come to Orlando, let me steal your idea. So he came
They
with
can't
us,
say no
right?
unless you ask, right?
So we did 2 original songs and then 2 songs from the Masquerade that is coming up on August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as this, really cool way not only to bring opera to parts of the community that have never experienced it, but also we are all about that collaboration. So we wanted to collaborate with Lynx, and they are celebrating their 25th anniversary.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Who knew?
So, we talked with the CEO, Edward Johnson, and their entire media and marketing team. And then we got to talking with the city of Orlando. And so we were so fortunate that Mayor Buddy Dyer, we surprised everyone and swung the
So
bus
cool.
around.
I love
So
that.
cool.
Yeah, that's
Picked
cool.
him up just as our singer, Sarah Purser, who was in the show, started
Woo!
singing Don't Cry for Me, Argentina, to these people
Nice.
on the bus. It could not have been more perfect.
I love the
And-
photos too, because
Oh.
people, they weren't sure what to expect,
No. Right.
and they were experiencing it, and they still weren't sure what's happening and why is Mayor Dyer on the
Oh
bus.
my God.
Like it was an awesome way that you all captured
It was, and I gotta say, there was like a whole bunch of different mixed reactions. There was some guy that got on, was so taken aback, he jumped off the next stop.
God bless you.
Yeah, so if you happen to see it, our Facebook Live video, we are so fortunate. Oh my God, like people were picking it up and.
Is it on the Opera del Sol
Yes.
site too, or
Yeah.
the Opera del Sol Facebook?
Facebook, on our
Okay,
Facebook,
so on the
yeah.
Facebook page, Opera del
Del
DELSOL.
Yeah. So
Love it.
we're just trying to find these ways to, become immersive and get parts of the community, get you excited about the shows that we have coming up, and hopefully that was like a fun thing to be like, what are they doing? What
Right?
are they trying to promote? And we had this awesome masquerade. We want opera to be cool and to deliver in new and fun ways, and maybe sometimes classic ways. And how cool is a masquerade?
I know.
Wear a mask, get dressed up, or wear something funky and wear a mask. And we want to create this fun experience for you. We are performing some of Broadway's, hits, some opera hits, really highlighting Andrew Lloyd Webber, who wrote Phantom of the Opera, Evita, and in front of a 25-piece orchestra, right?
Yeah, I'm so excited about
So this
that.
is Kit.
Oh my
Kit
God.
I
and
know,
his
poor
amazing
Kit. I'm
voice.
sorry,
No,
we were
it's
talking
all
so
good.
much.
It's all
This is
good.
Kit
Yes.
Cleto. Kit
Yes.
Cleto. Kit Cleto.
Yeah, that's right.
Welcome, Clit. Kit. I can't make this
I
up.
know. I just
Welcome, Kit.
Hi, I'm here.
just
How's it
KIT.
going?
Kit, so tell us more about you. Obviously,
Me.
maybe you didn't wake up. Maybe you did wake up and you were an opera singer.
Yeah.
I wish that would have been so cool. No, so I am from the area. I went to UCF, did my undergrad here, studied music over there, and then went off to grad school, University of Illinois. Go Illini, and then came back and wanted to just kind of live here again and see what the arts can do in Orlando, because I didn't really get to experience much, because being in music school is super busy, but now I'm back and I've been doing a lot.
Did you
of...
wake up singing one day and your parents
came out of
said, yes, you're singing opera? Like, how did that all happen?
The first time I actually thought that I was good at singing, or that people said I was good at singing, I don't think that, but I was in elementary school, we were doing a 50s, 60s rock medley, and I got a solo, just magically. It was Blue Velvet. And I sang a solo, and they were all like, wow, I knew you were a good student, but I didn't know you could sing. And I was like, really? It was just fun. And ever since then, I've been singing, and my family's been super supportive of it. And I just love the way that music kind of gives people an escape and gets them to go into a world that's not their own for a little bit.
Sure.
And it's just, I do it for that feeling that I can give people.
And you're a tenor?
I am a tenor. How did you know? How could you guess?
No, you know why I know the God's honest truth? Because you could surprise us all and be face. I mean, what do I know? But your Instagram, I think.
This is
has
true,
tenor.
yes. And so my Instagram is Blue Velvet Tenor, which is how I came up with that name.
Oh,
yeah, it's
I love
my
that.
first solo, and it's just also I love red velvet cupcakes, but my favorite color is blue. So Blue Velvet Tenor.
It's all about the velvet.
I'm
right?
just saying. I'm here for it.
So how did you two meet?
Oh my gosh, when did we meet? During opera. It was something opera, right?
Obviously.
say,
I know.
it's
Somewhere
snow
in the
skiing
last
somewhere.
couple of
Was
years.
it Tosca?
Oh,
Or
could that
before
have been?
that? Maybe before that? I don't know. But
Something. So somewhere
Yeah.
along the years of our amazing opera journey.
yes.
I don't know. Did you die? Did we put blood on you?
I think I was a soldier, and
That's a
like,
great
you know,
way to introduce
it was, had rifles, and there was military, and I was all gussied up, and you did contouring to the gods.
To the gods? To the gods.
Yes, to the gods. But yeah, I think that was it.
That's amazing, and it's really cool with social media the way that you can connect,
Yes,
and over
it
the
really is.
years,
Keep in touch.
and then see all the amazing things that everyone has done, and you just recently did Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I did it twice.
Notre Dame.
Oh my gosh, Notre Dame.
Dame.
Yes, I
Yeah.
got to
Notre
play
Dame.
Clopin Trouillefou, the Gypsy King, with CFC Arts and with Titusville Playhouse, and it was just the coolest thing ever.
So let me ask you, because I think a lot of people go, so is that his full-time gig? Right? I
Yeah.
don't think people understand
Yeah.
sometimes how the arts work. Like, do you work part-time at McDonald's and then part-time? I don't think
Well,
people
too, I
understand.
think.
Yeah,
per-
no,
you
absolutely.
know.
Everyone's different. I know so many people that I've met doing shows and stuff that performing is their main time gig, and it's always a hustle. You know, in the arts, you're always
love that.
hustling.
The
You're
hustle.
always hustling. I mainly teach. I'm a private voice teacher. I also teach at Valencia College, voice. I'm adjunct there, and I love it. This is going into my third year. Oh my gosh.
Everything you're in is still in your passion.
Yes,
Your
yes,
passion.
and I'm so thankful and so grateful to actually get to be paid using my degree, and that's the
That's
dream. That's the dream.
God,
you
do
know?
people actually get paid to use their degrees anymore? I'm not sure.
And to do what they love.
Mine is a finance degree, and I can't even add 2 plus 2s. No, but that's so
I'm
wonderful.
working on art nonprofits, so how do you like
Yeah.
that?
But you, Nicole, you do. I don't think people understand that you don't just. It's not like painting up a quick face, or you create this amazing look when you're doing the makeup for a character. You did. I want to say Beauty and the Beast, but I could be
did.
wrong.
No,
So
I
talk a
did.
little bit about that process, because it's a large undertaking.
Yeah, recently, I guess most recently was the Mad Hatter with the Orlando Ballet. Shout out to Arcadian Broad,
Yes.
good luck, and so you think you can
Oh
dance.
yeah.
But the Mad Hatter and those wigs and working with the ballet has been absolutely amazing. It was actually one of those, a dream of mine. When I started out in theater, I had this dream. I was like, I want to work with the Orlando Ballet, and so they brought me on about 3 seasons ago. And that is one of the most challenging works ever, because they sweat and they move so much. So it added a whole more different element almost
Yeah.
of engineering, as you can think. Like,
Sure.
how do you get that on there? And when we did Beauty and the Beast, they sweat so much, and then the condensation from the breathing, I actually had to figure out like drainage systems,
Oh, wow.
and then depending on where we're
Oh my
where we're
God,
performing,
drainage system.
I had to get this like little thing, because it was filling with liquid,
Oh.
and then when it would do that, it would pull the latex, and then you get
Oh,
this like whole
jeez.
thing.
See?
Yeah.
It's an art what you do.
And then
Both of you.
the timing. I remember one of the first times working with the ballet, we were backstage, and I was having to do a bald cap, and the bald cap like broke, and it was like one of those like and yeah, I'd taken 30 minutes to get to that point,
Yeah.
and it's I don't know, it's more than just art. It's also I have to say, like, the engineering. How can you do this?
It's a
How
lot
does
of
it glue it?
engineering.
How do you the timing? When are you gonna do this? How do you get to which side? The left side, the right
Right,
side, this,
right.
that, without being seen. How can you glue this? How can you pin it?
Mhm.
How do you contour it in a small theater as opposed to a big theater? And yeah,
It's so. I mean, like, so we
that's
just
why
did.
I'm the only one that's been doing it here in the last.
We did
years.
a Mad Hatter. I did the Mad Hatter, and I had
That's
somebody
right.
do my makeup, Karen Smith. And what was great about it was how absolutely uncomfortable I felt and how much respect I had for women and anybody that goes through it on a daily basis, because to sit there and really kind of not talk and you know, it feels uncomfortable until you get used to it, but it transforms you, and I think that's what the whole magic of it is. But I know it takes just more than you have to be able to visualize how that makeup is going to look,
right?
And that's huge.
And I'd like to touch on that magic, you know, the character development. I think that was not that's what really started to connect me so much to our performing arts. To be able to have that moment with these singers, it's something that not very many people can experience, but together we come up with that character together. And it's something to see them grow from singing just in their regular street clothes to then becoming that person, becoming that character, has really been the process that has made me fall so madly in love with the performing arts. And that's why I want to go out there and I want to fight for these performers, and I want to fight for our art, because I feel like I've been exposed to it in a very unique and amazing way. And I think that if I can start to create something and show you that magic, hopefully you can fall in love with it too. And that, to me, makeup became this whole other avenue to be able to show me just the world and this art form, and it's so much bigger than a counter. I never really worked at a counter or anything like that, but it's been an incredible journey that has led me to
this.
You know, to this. So,
all right. So talk. What made you decide or land on Music of the Night? Was it because it is both Broadway, but you also have some opera. You have some arias, maybe.
Arias, yes.
Arias. See, I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm not saying any words correctly today. So,
okay.
Nikki, go ahead and talk to us.
Yes. So it is a collaboration between the Space Coast Symphony and the Orlando Light Opera. We truly believe that it takes a village, and so we decided the three of us would come together to do something like this. And putting it together, I'm like, well, if Opera del Sol's going to be involved, you know, we don't want to just do a regular concert. So we're going to be doing a pre-show, and honestly, this is kind of a personal thing for me. I got in love. I mean, I first fell in love with opera through Phantom of the Opera. My grandfather took me to see it about 4 different times. Gave me the young adult book, the collector's edition. I mean, we sang it. It was one of the greatest. I can't sing, but I mean, we sang it. And so it's been always kind of my dream. And so to kind of be able to audition these people and cast it and to kind of create a fun event. It doesn't have to, you know, it's not a 3-hour, you gotta sit through the whole thing. Let's get all the greatest hits. Let's create this sexy, fun thing for everybody to do at the Orlando Rep that just, you know, they just renovated their lobby.
That's right.
You know, it's amazing. We're gonna, you know, have a photo booth and just kind of surprise you with some fun pre-show entertainment. And I'm just trying to get you guys to fall in love with opera. And I think that by delivering it in these little spurts and giving you almost like the best of, you know, we're reeling you in. I believe that, you know, little by little, I'm going to make you all fall in love with opera, and you're going to see how sexy it is, and it's going to be part of your everyday, you know, your date nights, and even if this isn't your type of music, I hope that you can kind of see what we're doing is we care about our artistic identity. I hope that you realize that we're trying to get people, when they think of Orlando, when they leave here, that they think about the art that is created here, by us, you know, for Orlando, by Orlando, hashtag Bobo, you know, but it's about the Orlando artists. We have incredible talent here, and that's really what it was about. Who can we have to sing these greatest hits? You know, the songs that we love. So it's non-stuffy. You know, don't be.
That's the thing I want. That's such a great word, because I think people automatically think it's stuffy. You have to be in your tux and tail.
Unless you want to.
I mean, you could though, right?
If that's your thing, then by all means, show up with the tails, like, and the gloves and the mask, of course.
But you know, whenever you talk, when you're Pat, and I got to give a shout out to Brett Schulman. You know, I love you. Thank you, Brett. But whenever you speak about, of course, people were saying, "Oh my God, I love the passion."
Sorry, I sometimes too much. I know.
I always think of that scene from Pretty Woman where she's first introduced to opera, and she cries at the end. And I think that people really do. If you let yourself, you'll feel that connection. And What you're doing is making it a little easier to swallow. You know, if you're just being introduced to it, you can make that transition, like Nicole was saying, and little bits, little breadcrumbs will lead you from the songs you know from Phantom of the Opera more into the arias. Did I say it right?
There you go.
Right, I'm learning.
And it's about love, sex, passion,
All about
betrayal,
emotions.
murder.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. If we deliver it in the right way, I promise. Like, come
I
on.
love it. That's
Come on.
awesome. All right, so we're going to share all of the contact information for both Kit and Nicole. Kit, Nicole, and Arias.
Yes.
Here we go.
There it is.
That could have turned real bad.
Man, I really need some help because I want you guys to embrace it. I'd love for you to come out and go to the show, go to Music of the Night. There's going to be music that you know, maybe some you don't, but isn't that what's cool about the city and inclusion and what they're trying to do and get you in and get you to have that passion that they have? Any parting words of wisdom for them? Anything you want to share with them before we head out?
Just come see this
Yeah.
amazing talent. You know, it's going to be a really great time. I want to see you there. You know, have fun with your wardrobe. Don't be, you know, scared by, you know, dressing up or just a date night. Come do something different.
Yeah,
Support the
do
arts.
something that scares you. You know,
Yeah.
do something that pushes you out of your comfort
Like
zone.
the two of you coming on the show?
Yes. But yeah, just it's gonna be so much fun. You're not
It
gonna
really
want to miss
is.
it.
All right, so again, we're going to share Nicole and Kit's contact information, how you can get tickets, and then you can always reach out to me. Thank you guys, it was awesome.
Yeah. OperaDelSol.org.
Opera-del,
Tickets.
DELSOL.org. And if you want to see the opera on a bus, opera on links,
Yeah, you do want to see
on
it.
their Facebook, on the Facebook page, Opera del Sol. So thank you guys. Everybody's begging you to sing, by the way.
Oh
Oh.
gosh. Should I?
Yes.
Let me check.
Okay.
There's
we're gonna
nobody
check.
in there.
There's
Go
no one
ahead.
here. Give you a little something from
All right.
from medley. Sing once again with me a strange duet. My power over you grows stronger yet. And though you turn from me to glance behind, the phantom of the opera is there inside your mind.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you, Kit. Thank you, Nicole.
you.
Thank you guys so much. We love you. Mwah. We'll talk to you later. I'll be
See
back
you
on
August
at
2nd,
1.
3rd, and
August
4th.
2nd, 3rd, and 4th. There you go. Mwah. Okay, and then we're going to... Bye, guys.